I was planning on putting my home on the market and started thinking about all the costs that were involved, from the commissions and transaction fees to state and local taxes. And I was a little bit concerned about what proceeds I would have left from the sale of my home. So when I spoke to Brandon about his commission structure, I was truly pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. You know, not every home is the same. Every location is not the same, and not every market is the same. So why on earth are commissions always this, go for 6%, maybe settle for 5%? If I want to sell your horse farm in rural Montana, it may be 10%. But in today's seller market, with a beautiful home in a desired location, it just doesn't make sense to charge 5 or 6% for the work involved.
I met with a couple of agents before I met with Brandon, and when they told me that they could sell a house down the block in 6 days for asking price, it was cause for concern. If it sold so quickly, why did my commission stay the same?
Whenever a house has trouble selling, it's the real estate agents will say how it's the market conditions, or the asking price is too high, or all these outside factors. But when it sells quickly, they'll say, oh, it's my amazing sales skills, when really it's market-based. To make a point is, if you go to Amazon.com or any kind of bookstore, you'll see tons of books, and the vast majority, if not all of them, are about how to get clients. They're not about how to sell a house. And that's because selling a house is really about one thing. You can't write a whole book on it because it's really simple. Exposure. Get it out there for the public to see, and the internet has done an amazing thing for us in doing that.
Let's talk about the agency themselves. I realize that they take pride in regulating the industry and sending out agents. I said, but are they really entitled to the commission that they take?
The split between the agencies and the agents, there's a problem in today's market. But what's even worse is the split between the buyer's agent and the seller's agent, or even a landlord's agent and a tenant's agent. At the buyer's side or the tenant's side, they do so much more work than the seller's side. They drive people around for sometimes months on end until they find their perfect dream home. They just put countless more hours into the job. And in the end, the listing agent gives them actually usually $200 to $500 less than 50%. Now, when it's my listing and I'm holding the cards, controlling the deal, I give the buyer's side or the tenant's side way more than I do, because I think it's way more work. And just like agencies band together unofficially and don't let their agents charge less than a certain amount of commission, so do listing agents. They get around and they know what they can get away with just because they can, and they do it. I'm trying to step in and do it my own way, the right way, charging the right split. Some of the criticisms have been, oh, it's a discounted commission, so it must be a discounted service. When actually it's not. It's just priced accurately for a change. And I do nothing different than any other realtor, except for give a fair price. The way I have my commissions set up is I'm an independent agent, and I can receive 100% of the commissions I earn instead of giving an agency a large percentage. At the end of the day, I'm really making the same amount of money, just passing my savings along to my client.
It became very clear when the agent sat me down to show me his PowerPoint presentation. It was going to be the same old thing. They were going to print some ads, post me on the internet, and then wait for the buyers.
Yeah, the reason those PowerPoints are all the same is because, all of these agencies, all they can do is a certain amount of things, and one of them is putting it on the MLS, on the internet, flyers, brokers, open houses, and then you're kind of running out of options because that's the tried and true method. Back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even the early 90s, real estate agents were out there hitting the street, marketing your home, word of mouth, doing the hard legwork. Then the World Wide Web came around, and voila, it became infinitely easier. And the laws of capitalism and markets should demand that when things become easier for a worker, price should go down, and they didn't. Now, what I'm here to do is to correct the market and make things as they should be.